I didn't see you there. It's Aston with MotoTune. I'm here with a for sale ad. So what we have for sale here today is a 2005 KYMCO Vitality 50cc two-stroke. It uses two different keys. So one key opens up the seat, the other key will start the bike. It requires a little bit of hand choke to get started, especially when it's under about, call it 50 degrees outside. So when it's cold outside, you have to hand choke it a little bit, but you can ride it about a minute after it gets started. It does not take a long time to warm up to the point where you can ride it, and then you can ride it around all day long, and it seems to work pretty darn good. So you can see it starts pretty easy, and then I let my fingers, or give it a little rev, you know, and I let my fingers off. And then the idle's going to drop down here in a second or two, and then you're going to see me put my fingers back, and that's going to raise the idle back up again. So idling, idling, idling. This is like a high idle. This is we started it on the choke kind of idle. And now it's going to settle back down. It'll chill out. It'll go way lower. Now I'm going to put my fingers back. Put my fingers back, the idle goes up again. Imagine that. So this scooter works pretty much exactly the way that it should. It's very easy to ride, it's easy to get started. It does not seem to care whether it's 30 degrees outside or 50 or 60. You just use this little hand choke trick to get it started. Take some basic understanding of how a motorcycle works in order to use a hand choke. I always refer to anything with two wheels and a motor as a motorcycle, even though some people would call this a scooter, and they'll get angry at me because scooters are not the same as motorcycles, but that's whatever. Anyway, this bike is for sale in Fountain, Colorado for $700. $700 for a running scooter is pretty good. I always say a running scooter is worth at least $1,000. And here you can see me hand choking it again. But this scooter is a little bit rough on the outside. Even though everything works, it's still a 20-year-old scooter with really high miles, so that's why it's discounted down from $1,000. That's why I only want $700 for it. It has a rear tire on it that is from 2019. The front tire is from 2012, so the front tire is really old. It's got a little bit of dry rot on it. Here you can see I'm going to take the bike for a ride, let you see how it actually runs. I'm just going to run it around the block. Real easy. You can barely even hear the bike running in this shot. Here I'm going to take off onto the street here in a second or two. You'll be able to hear the engine rev do its thing. You can tell it's a pretty quiet little scooter, so this is not the kind of scooter that's going to wake your neighbors up. It still has the stock exhaust on it. Well, it might wake the neighbors up. It depends on how sensitive their hearing is. But it has the stock exhaust on it. It still uses the stock carburetor. What it has that's different from stock is it does have a 70cc big bore kit on it. It has Dr. Pulley sliders, a Malossi variator, has a white contra spring in the clutch. It probably has some clutch springs installed on it too. Here you can see me blasting down the road, getting it up to about 35 miles an hour before I have to steer back into my street, run it around the block, and then repark it. I'm hoping to sell this to somebody who actually needs a scooter. Honestly, I don't really give a shit who buys it. I offered it to a friend of mine to use to drag one of his drag racing bikes around at the track. Offered it to him for significantly less than $700. We'll see if he actually wants to pick it up, or if he's just kind of bullshitting, but I'm pretty serious about giving it to him for, you know, a significantly discounted price if he's going to use it as part of his racing program. Anyway, I'm coming around the block. This is the last corner before I'm going to park the bike again. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching this. The main point is this bike is for sale and it runs pretty damn good. So if you're in the market for a scooter, hit me up here in Colorado. It's pretty easy to find my number. Just go to moto2n.com. There's a phone number on there. You can call it, you can text it, you can do whatever. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Again, scooter is for sale. I'll catch y'all on the next one.